Bite you.
See,
See,
he
he
can't.
gonna bite you.
He can't help
Welcome to
himself.
Jtwes Monday Night Live. Thank you guys for tuning in. Happy you all here, and we're gonna have fun tonight and talk about what we're gonna do on Plow Day. And if you have any questions of anybody out there that's got any questions about what we're gonna do, what times and stuff like that, this would be the video to watch before you come.
And you'll have to repeat that in a little bit again
Yeah.
for
Well,
people
yeah.
hopping on late. Yeah, so, and of course we'll have all the best plans laid out, but we'll try to keep it as close to what we have planned.
And Sammy was messing with Ollie, and Ollie doesn't like it,
Yeah.
and he's gonna bite him. So I'm trying to tell Sammy. I'm trying to tell Sammy to leave the cat alone before the cat bites him. They know who we got in here.
Right now we have Bart is in. He was first tonight.
Hey,
Bart.
Bart.
Bart Sexton.
Okay.
He seemed to have a scary incident. He said, "Hey y'all, I had my prostate artery embolism done Tuesday. God is so good. In prep, the nurse gave me a steroid shot and an antibiotic through the IV. Before she could get back around to my bed, his first thought was water, but all I could say was my throat was closing, then I can't breathe. Before she could get the EpiPen next door, he said he was back to normal. He gives God the glory.
Amen.
Yeah, because that's scary. I mean,
if something they give him.
Yeah, I think he had an allergic reaction to either the antibiotic or steroid.
That's good.
So, but so I'm thinking he still had his procedure done. So hopefully he got that taken care of, and that didn't put that off. Bart let us know.
Yep.
And Paul Ford is on.
Hey, Paul Ford.
He's praying for Bart and hoping we have a successful plow day.
Me too. It'll be successful long as we can plow.
Yeah. I mean, we should be able to. I mean, it might be a little dusty because now we've got the opposite problem of it hasn't even drizzled since the hurricane.
Yeah, since that last since Helene, I would assume, right?
That would be late September.
Yeah, it hasn't done anything.
Like September 30th. And so that's been 2 weeks with no rain.
It took a full week and a half, almost 2 weeks before I could even cut it.
Oh yeah, it was definitely it needed definitely these 2 weeks.
But I rolled it so it's not so fluffy, and hopefully it won't create a lot of puff. A lot of puff around the wheels.
Well, if we have to.
And one half of the tractor is going to be in fresh dirt, so that'll cut down on dust.
Okay.
So hopefully I don't think it'll be too dusty.
Okay.
A little breeze and we'll be good to go.
Yeah, and at least it's not going to be hot either. I think the temperature is going to be about 72, sunny.
I've seen 79 today.
Did you? Oh, it's going to be hot. Yeah, we'll make sure to have some shade. We'll bring some pop-up tents.
Yeah, I'm debating on now getting one of the tents from church, which is kind of a pole deal. I have never put it up by myself, but it's real long, so we may get one of those too.
Okay. And it'll be chilly in the morning like it always is. It's kind of chilly. Let's see. Timbo's on.
Hey, Timbo.
And Stan.
Hey, Stan.
Brian is on.
Brian.
Yep.
Brian planted some cover crop, y'all.
Says good evening, y'all. Terry Hayes is on. Says we back again.
Yes, Terry, we are.
William May is on.
Hey, William.
Good evening, everyone. Welch Farm is on.
Welch Farm.
Says hope Plow Day goes well.
I do too. I'm looking forward to it.
And Kevin Wallace says, hey, Joey and Lino and everybody. Hey, Kevin.
Hey, Kevin. I thought she was going to read something else.
No. Janice is on.
I'm trying not to cut you off now because I know a lot of people say more stuff and I always cut you off.
Yeah.
Hey, Janice.
And then I always forget to tell you after the live, stop cutting me off. They have other stuff to say. But I always forget by the time the live's over. Josh Hawkins is on.
Hey, Josh.
And Haggy Farms.
Haggy Farms.
Mark Moore.
Mark Moore.
Sorry I haven't been on. Been recovering from a stroke.
Ooh, Mark.
Good to go now. Full recovery just about.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah, that's wonderful, Mark. Please take care of yourself. Keep looking out for any type of symptoms. And I know they probably talked to you all about preventative measures, so try to be strict on yourself. I know it's hard. Martin Farm is on.
Hey, Martin Farms.
Good evening, Joey and Lino. We have had some beautiful days from God.
Yes, we have.
We really have. And we went and seen my parents this weekend, and Northern Virginia, and it was just so pretty there.
And I know it's a little cold in the mountains, but it's been a blessing to have no rain for them to be able to try to clean up somewhat.
Right.
Because there's a lot of dirt. I seen a video of it was the military, had this big giant bulldozer, but I ain't so sure that guy was operating that bulldozer to its fullest potential.
Oh, jeez.
Well, I know, but it was a military bulldozer. I mean, because it was painted up tan. But
This is from the man who, while we were gone, they mowed the side ditches on down the road, and he had nothing but complaints about it. And like, look at this, look at this, look at this.
well, they missed sections,
like,
man. They would mow a while and just lift up the bush hog and go 200 yards and then drop it back down and just miss this whole section right here.
He says he's going to fire off an email to DOT, North Carolina DOT.
Well, I mean, we're paying for it.
I know.
I just want them to mow the whole road from one end to the other and not pick up and miss sections. Y'all see it when you come Saturday and you're coming down our road. You'll see where they mowed it, and for whatever reason, right where the plow day driveway is, they didn't mow it.
Well, at least it's not as tall as it was. Deer run out, you
Well,
don't even see them.
I think I know what it is. I mowed one little strip right next to the highway.
So you
But
compare
it still has more to go all the way to the ditch. And generally when they come through, they mow all the way to the ditch and then some. And so they see that mower track and they think, oh, well, somebody's mowing this. And so they pick up and go when they really should just keep digging it because their outside blade will catch some on the bank and they need to get that too. So I kind of get what they're doing. They're thinking that it's going to be mowed from the homeowner, but it's not.
No.
Not all of it. Not as much as they can get.
Yeah, well.
So I might need to talk to them.
Yes, air your grievance.
No, I'm talking about catch them on the side of the road. So guys, let me tell you how this works.
Don't
here.
do that. You'll embarrass me.
Let me tell you how this works.
Well, and going back to what you were talking about, the cold and in the mountains, I'd put out a flyer for Joey's YouTube about if anyone is bringing anything for the mountains and you haven't got anything yet and you wanted to, they had been asking for things that may help with the cold as far as blankets. And these don't have to be brand new. They're gently used blankets, gently used jackets, gloves, whatever. And then you all know the rest of the normal list of stuff that they could use. So anyone who hasn't been able to give anywhere yet and would like to bring something, we'll take care of it. And we're actually we're giving it to our local vet. She's going up November 1st with the truckload of stuff that she's been collecting at her office. So we're going to give her what we collect if anybody's interested.
I told my preacher, he knows a preacher up there that's been doing a lot of help in the mountains and stuff, and because churches has been doing a lot of stuff.
Most of it, churches or nonprofits.
Yeah, but I told preacher it wouldn't hurt my feelings if maybe once a Saturday for the next 2 or 3 months, if we had a particular task, like, okay, we know this family up on this mountain here needs this amount of trees cut out of the way or stacked or fixed or whatever, and the men could go up there early one morning and do that task and come back, and then the next month have another task, and it would be great to see, if a lot of different people would. That way we're not staying overnight, we're not burdening the system.
Yeah.
We take the church van and one truck. And,
all ride together. Yeah.
And then we can go do our task and come home.
Yeah, I think it's a wonderful idea. And since he has that contact up there, that's the key, is you'll know where to go and what the need is.
Preacher Ralph Sexton, I can't remember his church, but.
Yeah, I don't remember his church name either. He's in Asheville, Ralph Sexton. Let me see where I was at.
Yeah, it looks like you had a lot roll by. Kevin, I think, Wallace, maybe?
No. Jason McDonald is on.
Hey, Jason.
And Martha Neal.
Martha Neal.
Hey, Martha. Tell Joey we said hey.
Yep.
Joseph Lott is on.
And I ain't heard from Joey since he come by here. I just thought about that.
I'm sure he's been busy.
Time flies.
Yeah, and everybody's just busy, busy, busy. Joseph says, good evening from East Central Alabama. Prayers for you, Bart.
East Central Alabama, yes.
And Paul says, good evening from Duncannon, Pennsylvania. The plow is hooked to the Super A at home, all ready for Saturday.
You gonna get back?
Yeah, Paul's gonna make sure he gets back.
Yeah.
Thank you, Paul, for still coming.
Paul's gonna be playing Jerry.
He's one of our OGs, our originals.
Yeah, he's gonna be playing Jerry Reed all the way home. Eastbound and down.
J. Pill is on.
Hey, J.P.L.
Says, good evening, all from the land of castles.
Yes. I done got hooked on I think I said that about watching castle shows.
Yeah, we
Rebuilding
have.
castles, yeah.
And it kind of gets me down.
What?
Because I don't want to be covetous.
Oh, I'm not covetous over it. I just think it's amazing how they take a
But it's just so
200-year-old
peaceful.
castle and put it back together.
Just so peaceful, so full of history.
Oh,
I mean, they were
yeah.
finding original paintings that were behind the wallpaper, like, just the paper. They found those rolled up. Like, why can't I find something like that? Oh, that's right. My house is manufactured home, so nothing but,
You might find
junk.
You might find a Coca-Cola bottle
Right.
between the walls.
Yeah. I'll be like, oh, look, this is from 2005.
Yeah, Coca-Cola bottles, a McDonald's wrapper.
It's vintage. Allison is on.
Hey, Allison.
And Sundowner Whoop Whoop is on.
Sundowner.
And Laura is on.
Hey, Laura.
Good evening. Love y'all. We love you too. The W is on.
The W.
And Johnny Edgerton's on.
Hey, Johnny.
Says, good evening. Me and Thomas did some practice plowing this weekend, getting ready for plow day.
Sounds good, Johnny.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Josh Hawkins says, how's it feel to be YouTube famous?
Oh, I don't know about that, Josh.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Sundowner says, hey, Mark, just take good care of yourself. That's what I said, Sundowner. I said, I just listen to what they suggest and try not to do too much.
Johnny, I probably won't use my 140 plow any. I'm going to use Roger's tractor, his 130. He rebuilt the engine in it, and we've never had a plow hooked to it. So we're going to hook a plow to it and see what the 130 with the new skins on the back will do. So we're going to drop her down in there. So I got to get up there this week, maybe Wednesday before church, if I can get up there and drop that hitch off. Because I got to get it ready just to drive down here and be ready to go.
Outdoors with Elliot is on.
Hey, Boo.
I know. He's got such a great channel name, too, Outdoors with Elliot.
There's actually a bunch of them, same channel name.
Outdoors with Elliot?
It is.
Really? How can you do that?
If you type it in there.
I thought you had to have a unique name.
No, you can have the same names.
Oh.
I think. I'm pretty sure.
I thought you couldn't.
I don't know how it works. I ain't never tried to use somebody else's
So,
name.
Ellie, you should really be more disciplined with your channel. Outdoors with Elliot, and the outdoors are always out there, so you have content constantly. But I know how he is. He wants to do things on his own time. Timbo says 15 days to save America.
Yes, I agree with you there, Timbo. We'll pray that comes out right. But I guess we can pray all we want. It's going to come out like the way the Lord wants
Right.
it to
It's
come
His
out.
will. It's His will. Now, we got to do our part to, because, we still need to do, what do you call it? Tarry till He comes and do what we should be doing as, Christians. But, yeah, we're going to try our best, Timbo.
And I said this in church one day. If we do get the reprieve that we're looking for, make use of that time, because we may not ever get it again.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be like, well, whew, yeah, man, we
let me
dodged the bullet there.
Sit back and relax now.
But and to be truly honest, I guess that's kind of the wrong thing to say, because it really doesn't matter who winds up doing it. Make the best use of your freedom as you can, no matter who wins. And that freedom, which is, spreading the gospel and talking to people about Jesus before you can't.
Yeah. Bart did get his procedure done.
All right.
It's just taking longer to recover than he thought. I just thank God doing, number one, ain't burning like salt and glass passing through. Yes, thank goodness. Because I know any type of prostate stuff is just awful.
Yeah.
The recovery's awful. Sundowner says, hey, Haley, us men know best now. weed out outside cats. I don't know. I can't read Louisianan,
Yeah, he's got a little bit of
or I
Louisiana
can't
in
read
there.
the Cajun, so I don't know if he means we got outside cats or what. But
I thought about him the other day. I seen a thing on X. And I bet, guys, I'll be honest with you. I get 99% of my news off of X, which used to be Twitter. Because, I mean, you can get good news off there. You got to weed through some crazies.
yeah,
There's still some crazies on there, but you got to weed through that a little bit. But if you'll subscribe to just legit news sources, and it will just give you feeds from them, which is good. But there was a crawdad in a bowl, and he jumped out of the bowl, and poor thing, he jumped right into a frying pan of oil.
oh,
I was like, you talking about
I
what is it
know.
called? Something into the fire?
Yeah, out of the flame into the fire,
Yeah, out the flame into the fire.
or
He
out
went
of
from the bowl and said, and it hit, and he's like,
or out of the pot into the fire. I don't know how. Or out of the
yeah,
pan into the fire.
he
But still,
did.
I hate that.
He was out the bowl right in there.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It was probably Sundowner's house.
Probably.
He cooking some crawdads.
Orbra's on,
Hey, Orbra.
and John Briggs is on.
John Briggs.
Hey guys, hope you all had a good trip. We did.
We did, John.
And after our driving so much in the past few months, going to my parents, it's 3 hours.
Oh, yeah.
And when we were going to stop and eat at Lynchburg, and I was like, wow, we're at Lynchburg already? I didn't even have to like argue about a bathroom break. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to go to the bathroom. We got to stop. Can we stop at this next place, this next place? And then from there, Lynchburg to Charlottesville is another nothing. And so I made sure to get me a coffee because I knew I didn't have to worry about going to the bathroom or asking. Being like, Terry, I'm going to have to go to the bathroom soon.
That's all right. We'll whip her back in shape. I got a trip I want to go to.
Well, let me have just a little bit of a break then. Maybe after the holidays, because I think people are coming here.
It'd have to be like next summer.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll be good by then. I'll be ready to go again by then.
I don't know. It's what I was watching on video the other day.
Well,
Outdoors with the Morgan, Durango.
no, because I seen where they were riding somewhere and there's no guardrails.
That's okay.
The road looked icy.
But did you see? He did it just now. If you do it in the middle of July, you'll be all right.
No, I don't like going places where if you just fall off land, you'll die. You know, like if you just fall off the land.
But you can do that off the front porch.
No,
Yeah.
not like that. I don't like the mountains because of that reason. I'm afraid of heights and,
Anyway.
Yeah, let's get back to this. Y'all don't need to hear our internal struggles. Carrie Nix is on.
Hey, Terry.
Carrie.
Well, I'm sorry. Carrie and Terry are pretty close.
I know, but I'm sitting right here and I said Carrie. Carrie Nix.
But if I don't see you talking.
Good evening from Tyler, Texas. My continued prayers for the folks devastated by the flooding. Thank you, Carrie.
Yep.
They need it because it's still quite a mess up there. One of our fellow church members told us that he had just got back from there. And just last week, not even a week ago, a group had come up on a house. And, there's a lot of remote living out there. And they come across an 80-year-old woman who she was alone, hadn't seen a soul since the flood, and she was eating her cat's food, because, it's in a tin and, it stays, I guess, good in the tin. And she said that the water had got up to her neck in her home and then receded. So the Lord spared her by, it's been 2 weeks and someone's just now getting to her. And she's 80. So we just, I'm sure that's not the only story like that out there. So they continue to need prayer, assistance,
And Roswell.
donations.
Roswell, New Mexico is getting hit with
floods.
floods that never had happened there. Almost kind of like the mountains.
Right. It's that weather engineering.
Well, it is around Area 51, so I don't know.
Could be some testing. Mark Moore says, call DOT Landscape. The contractor does the mowing and not DOT.
Ah. Well, yeah, I know.
We know it's a contractor.
Yeah, I know it's a
it's
contractor, but the DOT pays them.
Yeah, it's a different type of job every time too. Like in the summer, we had one in the
That's a different
summer.
contractor.
I know, but I'm saying it was really good.
Yeah, his responsibility was to mow the trees back.
Yeah, and it was excellent, and that's harder than mowing just the grass.
Yeah.
And he was a contracted out.
Well, I mean, they got some nice tractors and nice bush hogs. It ain't like they lacking on equipment.
Rob Clinton says Samaritan's Purse.
Yep.
Yes, we give to Samaritan's Purse quite often because you feel like you can trust them. You know where it's going.
Ain't no doubt in my mind.
And we like to do the Christmas, which I've said this on the lives before, the Christmas shoe boxes. And I've said also to try to get those older kids because everyone wants to get the stuff for the littles, because it's more fun, of course, but don't forget those like preteen, teens.
Yeah, they could use a little pick-me-up.
Yeah, definitely. IP Farms is on.
Hey, Nelson.
Three Nails Wood Shop is on. Says big fan here.
Three Nails Wood Shop. We never heard that.
Country boy from Graceville, Florida. Love the channel.
Thank you, sir. Nelson, I enjoyed watching your combining video there, buddy. I did notice that you were going, and I was going to ask you about it. You were going seemed like a lot faster than what we used to see Cousin Scott go in his gleaner, and I didn't know whether you had something set different or not, but it was interesting. I enjoyed watching that. I'd like to have a little gleaner like that. It's not a little gleaner, but that'd be right up my alley.
Gurney is on.
Hey, Gurney.
Says good evening, folks. Hit that like button.
Thank you, Gurney.
Paul says, we found a Pepsi bottle on the wall when I was helping my dad redo their bathroom. The house was built in the 60s. It was pretty cool to find. Yeah, so 1960s Pepsi bottle. Yeah, it would be fun to find. And I was looking at behind the dam of the pond not too long ago, and I seen a bottle down there that looked really old, like you know how they used to be kind of stubby and
It's
fat.
probably one of mine.
Probably. You probably threw it back there drinking your Pepsi Cola and just when you were little. But I didn't go down there and get it because that was still when it was real wet and all that rain was going down there.
What I used to do with bottles is throw them up in my left hand and have rocks in my right hand and see if I could hit the bottle in the air above the pond. Mm-hmm. And
to send shattered glass into your pond.
Yeah, and most of the time if I did miss the bottle, I'd throw the rock until I hit it because it floated, a little bit. Mm-hmm. And so that's why I always tell the boys, don't get in that pond. Which is probably under a lot of muck now.
Yeah,
there's a lot of muck
but
that goes
still.
down in there.
Ugh.
Yeah, I'd like to have Les Dig come down here and clean out my pond.
Well, even that's why I worry about Rudy when he was getting in the pond.
Yeah, well,
I was afraid.
It was on out
I know, but still, I was afraid he's going to cut his paws on something. Bart says, thank you all for your prayers. God has surely been there getting me to this point.
Yeah.
Chicken Mama is on.
Hey, Chicken Mama.
Hello, everyone from Maryland. Hope you enjoyed your birthday.
I did.
Megan made him a beautiful strawberry cake.
She is.
I didn't get...
She even has strawberry jelly in between the layers.
Yeah, I didn't get a picture of it, like a great picture, because Joey ate the strawberries off the top before I could take a picture of it. But it was just really pretty. I mean, she did such a good job.
It's wonderful having a professional cake maker for a daughter-in-law.
Warherstead is on.
Hey, Warherstead.
Hello, all. We will be with you in spirit for Plow Day.
Well, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Brian says, Joey, if you can't get the 130 to dig deep, just leave it for me and I'll take a trip down to take care of it.
All right.
We'll leave you a patch, Brian.
How many we got in here?
79.
Speaking of Plow Day, guys, I said this at the beginning of the video. I'll say it again real quick. Any of y'all got any questions, ask them now.
Gurney says, voted today, so I know the man has one.
Yeah, there you go, Gurney.
Yeah, so...
I think my daddy was going to vote today. I told him I was just going to wait till Election Day. And
yeah, I'm going to wait till Election Day, too, just because I like the whole feel of it.
But I am going to pay attention to what the machine does, how it records the vote, and be like, what?
He's going to stand there. You know how they feed the paper through food? You're like, no, I'm going to stand here and see what it does.
Elon Musk said on a video that somebody was telling him that somebody went to the polls in California and they pulled out their driver's license to show it, and the poll workers were like, no, don't show it to us. And I was like, and he was just astounded. He was like, can you imagine trying to show your ID and they're like, it's
Yeah.
you know. But here in North Carolina, I think we got to.
Yeah, we do.
Good deal.
Because remember, Beverly makes you show your license.
Yeah, I give her a hard time
Yeah,
about it.
yeah. It's someone we know from the community who's known Joey almost his whole life, and she makes Joey show her his license, and he just holds up the line, causing a problem because she wants to see his license, and I'm like, just give her your license and move along.
Well, I got to give her a hard time.
Steve Elder's on.
Hey, Steve.
Good evening, y'all from Linville, Alabama. Plow me a fur Saturday.
Plow my first set. I had never heard of Linville, Alabama. Because there's what, a Linville in Virginia?
Well, there's Linville Caverns. I don't know if that's the name of the town. Linville is,
Yeah.
I would think so. The Linville Taverns are in Linville, but I don't know for a fact. Albert Bell is on.
Hey, Albert.
Hello from Bell Bottom Farms.
My leg don't look too huge, does it?
Yes, it looks giant.
Okay. I just think.
Just kidding. I mean, it does look pretty big now that you say
Alright.
that. But anyways, Albert Bell was saying, wish I could make plow day. Got a lot going on at the home front. Maybe next year.
That'd be all right, Albert.
Yeah.
Lord willing, we'll have one next year.
That's right. And plus, we're of course going to get a good video and document the day.
Hey, be careful now. It may not be good video. It'll be video.
Well, Will's going to do a lot of
Yeah,
filming.
Will's doing it. So, well, Sammy does good too. Sammy, which knowing Sammy, he'll be wanting to. Him and Will have to trade off because he'll want to be on the tractor.
Well, and plus he'll want to hang out with Barrett too.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I think Will be doing quite a bit of the filming. It says Heather Martin is on, but it says, hi, this is Raven. Hey, Raven.
Hey, Raven.
Raven is our our daughter-in-law's sister.
She's the boss.
She is the boss. She's the baby of that family.
But she's the boss.
Sundowner says, no, Joey, we just have them trained to do it. Keeps us from picking up the slack. It's not the fall, it's the sudden stop that gets you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's that long fall that you got to think about it. You got to think about that sudden stop. So, it's different. It's not just flying. Stan says it's been a heat wave here in Michigan of late. 19 degrees above average yesterday, 24 degrees above average today. Yikes, Florida came to me. Yeah, that's what it is.
He been delayed his departure.
Yeah. And Joey Neal is on.
Hey, Joey Neal.
Says, finally made it. Hope all is well with everyone.
We
It
are.
is. We're just talking about Plow Day coming up. Dunlap is here giving you a thumbs up.
Dunlap's here.
Tim
We're
Peden.
done. We made it.
Yeah.
As long as Dunlap's here, we're done. We got thumbs up.
Tim Peden is on. Says, hello from Eastern North Carolina. Ready for Plow Day.
Thank you, Tim.
Kirk Paisley is on.
Hey, Kurt.
Says, hi, guys. Hi, Kirk. Joey says, wish I could make Plow Day, but maybe next time.
Is it Kirk?
Kirk,
Like Captain Kirk?
I guess.
Oh.
I don't.
With a K?
So Captain Kurt is not with a T?
No, it's Kirck. You didn't know
It
that?
is not spelled like that. It's Kirk.
Well, whatever how it's played, it's Captain Kirk. It's not Kurt.
Oh, I always thought it was Captain Kurt.
No, it's not Kirk.
Anyway, good to have you, Kirk Paisley.
Thank you, Kurt.
Nick Bland says, good evening, y'all. Been getting ready for Saturday.
Nick, you'll never believe what I bought myself today. I bought me a carry-all. That's all I'm going to say.
No, I know what that is. You did not buy you a carry-all. Okay, Nick, don't let him give you junk about that. Laura says me and Daddy voted today, so that's 2 votes.
Good, that's 2.
So they voted early. That's good.
So that's 2 more people that have to get out of the way.
Yeah. Paul Home is on.
Paul Home.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul.
Hi, guys. Just FYI, there's 2 20-foot enclosed trailers full of donated relief supplies headed to Western North Carolina from Minnesota,
Amen.
Coordinated through the Cokato Dazzle Lions Club.
All right.
And I don't know if I said that Lions Club right, but thank you, Paul. Thank you, Minnesota.
Yep.
I mean, because, that's, this situation's like out
Trailer
of,
loads is a lot.
yeah, out of sight, out of mind, and this is our home state, and this places we've been on to vacation and sightsee, and, it's just hard seeing it like that. And
yeah, and coming back from Allison's, we had to take a detour through Asheville.
yeah, you still have to take a detour right now.
Well, I mean, but then it was for some road construction.
Oh, yeah.
Remember,
Yeah.
we had to get off at Black Mountain or before then or something. I forgot what it was.
Yeah. Timbo says, in Tennessee, I use my gun carry permit for all ID. Well, and I can do that too, because if you've got your concealed carry permit, that kind of is the strictest background.
I'm a world traveler. I can use my, what's that thing I got? Passport. I can use my passport.
Yeah, or you've got the real ID too,
Yeah.
like that star or whatever it is. But your concealed carry is the most like rigorously checked type of stuff before they give you that card. So you should be able to use that for other stuff. Steve Elder said this is Lineville. I guess they call it Lineville, not Linville.
Lineville.
Okay.
But he said Alabama though, right? Lineville, Alabama, I think, or Mississippi, one or the other. You don't have to look because you'll might lose your.
Alabama. Wheels on.
Hey, Will. Golly, Will. Let somebody know you're home. Did he text you?
Home?
Yesterday. Did he text you yesterday?
No.
That's why I said, let somebody know you're home, Will.
Well, I mean, he is married and
So?
grown.
So?
Will says, for all those wondering, yes, the famous Dodge Dakota that carried all the equipment and fertilizer for the tractors will be on display at Plow Day. Yeah. And he has actually done it. It looks really good.
It
He got
does.
it painted, and he just, what did he do to it? Waxed it or something?
He is really taking advantage of that new clutch and new engine.
Orber says, I can't make it Saturday, got to get hay out of the field.
That's all right, Orber.
Yeah, we'll miss you and the kids and what's his wife's name? It's a car part. Camber.
Yeah, Cameron.
Yeah. Said it was nice meeting them last year.
It's not a car part, it's an angle.
Does it go in the car?
No, it's an angle of a car.
Oh.
Angle of the front tires.
Oh, okay. I knew it was something like that. Because
Yeah,
I thought,
you were on
because
the
I
right
didn't know
track.
what it was. And I was like, that is such a unique name. I love it. And then Joey told me, he said, yeah, like it's like in the car. And I was like, oh, I don't know about that being in a car. Let's see. Cajun Homestead says, good evening, Jtwes family. Late afternoon, still clearing property.
Clearing property. That's it's not a bad thing to do.
And Allison says,
We'd all like to have a little more property to be clearing.
are we good to go through Bristol and down to your house? Isn't that the way you went home from the funeral?
Yes, just go. And I'm pretty sure Google's gonna automatically send you up through 81. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the same, Allison. It didn't add. I don't think it
It
added
didn't
a
add-
minute to it.
It didn't add, I think in miles it adds a little bit of miles, but the time's about the same because you don't have to have the slow down that you do in the mountains.
Yeah, because when you're going through 40, after you get past Asheville, you got to slow down pretty good through
Yeah.
there.
On Black Mountain, it's
Well,
very,
it's actually closer to the line.
Okay.
It gets like that.
Yeah.
And but 81's hammer down.
yeah, 81 was pretty good. I liked
They
it.
had one section that was straight as a pin for about 20 miles.
Allison, I told Joey next time we come up there, I want to take that route even if 40's fixed by then. Because it's just less stressful to me, all that. And then plus, the ear popping with the elevation changes leaves me kind of like dizzy headed for quite a while. But I always have weird sinus problems. Albert says, you never quit worrying about your kids, Joey, no matter how old.
That's true.
And it is true. I worry about them too. I mean,
Well, I knew he was home. I'd been tracking him out.
yeah, we haven't been cut off from the family tracking shared app.
Yeah.
So, at least you can do that. You don't have to hound them. You can just secretly behind the scenes.
Yeah, I still was tracking him.
Sundowner says, LOL, go
And if
Will.
they cut me off, they're gonna find a little what's them little Apple AirTag stuck on the fender.
Oh, yeah. You'll go CIA on them.
Yeah.
J. Peel says, we have to have photo ID to vote now in the UK.
You would think it would be. I mean, I know I would. It'd be just like preaching to the choir here, but it's just absolutely. You cannot get any type of assistance from the government, assistance medical wise, assistance living, just all the stuff. It takes some sort of ID. Everybody's got one.
I can't buy my sinus medicine without showing my license. It's sinus medicine.
To say that people don't have one is a lie. I'm going to say 99.9% of the people that are over 18 and can vote have something.
I don't know. Things tend to surprise me all the time, so it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, well.
Cajun Hump says, I wish I could make plow day a little bit of a drive. Yeah, that is quite a drive. Joseph Lott says, Ashland and Lineville are both in Clay County here in East Central Alabama. So, wow, that's 2 people from the same county. Same county. That's a coincidence. Roger's on.
Hey, Roger.
Better late than never. Is what he said.
We were just talking about hammering down your 130.
Allison says, it's a beautiful ride going that way. We came home that way last year. Yeah, because remember they went through Yanceyville instead of Mebane. So,
I think she actually went up through Danville, out 58 and kind of that way.
Yeah.
Picked it up.
Off of 29?
No,
that would have been 40.
Picked it up north of Pilot Mountain.
Yeah, you showed me where. When we passed it, you said this is where Allison and Nikki would have came out going from Yanceyville. Because we had thought, I said, well, why don't we just go up through Yanceyville, and pick it up at Pilot Mountain, but maybe we will.
It was 58 west.
Okay. Paul says, I'll go 77 to 81 to go to Tennessee even when 40 is open.
Oh, wow.
Although with all the traffic now diverted that way, there's more backups lately.
It didn't seem that bad, Paul, when we were on it, and it had already been diverted. And I thought I'd run into a pretty bad problem, but it really didn't seem that bad.
Because that time frame was right after 40 closed, and everybody was going that way. So I thought, we might have quite a long trip because of that.
We hit it on kind of a Sunday evening, Monday evening.
Well, we left at 3 a.m. that morning.
Yeah, so our times was probably a little bit.
But even the trip back wasn't bad, and we came back mid to late Sunday.
Yeah.
But Sundays, it was Monday. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, usually everybody's out of the way by then.
And there are some days, literally, that the interstate is not as crowded as it is other days. Because when I drive back and forth to Raleigh's, there are some mornings where it is just jam-packed. Same time, different day, wide open.
Yeah.
So evidently, maybe there's times when there's a bulk of people that don't have to be in the office, and when they do have to be in the office.
Yeah, I haven't had to return to the office. I'm work homeless. I have no office to go to. So my home is my office. Roger says, Janice reminded me. Thank you, Janice. Yeah, thanks, Janice, for reminding him. Hopefully we'll see Roger and Janice at Plow Day.
Yes.
I know Roger's still got to take it easy.
He's planning on coming down there. I'm going to take care of the tractor, get it down there.
Okay, good. All right, because, we can't let him do too much yet. He's still on the mend.
I want to see what a rebuilt engine does, too.
Elliot Lindsay is on.
Hey, Elliot.
Evening all. Thanks for the note with my merch, Allison. You are so sweet. The delay was not an issue at all. You've been through enough. I totally understand. Hate I missed Plow Day. Maybe next year. Yeah, Allison is the best. She's the sweetest, Elliot.
Yeah, she's got these packing skills of Apple. No matter whether you like Apple products or don't like Apple products, they can pack a product in a box neatly, pretty, and everything.
Yeah,
and I've seen some of Allison's packing and boxing.
And she's even sent a sausage, remember?
Yeah.
And I'm like, how does she send, how am I getting cold food or frozen food? You know, I mean, they can just do it all with her. So we're proud of her. Timbo says I-26 is about to be open in Irwin, Tennessee, but one lane each way,
Okay.
which is better than nothing.
I
If that,
guess, yeah,
it's
I
a
remember
long,
I-26 was, yeah.
yeah,
I do
because if you've
remember.
got people having to go up through like the Atlanta side to get up there, that's a long detour for that part, isn't
I
it?
don't know if it's true or not, guys, but I clicked on the I-40 in North Carolina on my Google Maps the other day. It's got a little red dot on it, and I hit the red dot, and a little pop-up pops up, and it said closed till August 2028. And I said, no way. No way. 2028. You could drill through the mountain by then.
It is the government fixing that road.
Unless then they're going to widen the road.
Department of
There's
Transportation.
just no way it can be closed till 2028.
I don't know, because when I seen the pictures of where half of the 2 lanes, the what would it be, eastbound lanes were falled off into the ground, into the water. I just don't know how they're even going to get that fixed back up.
Well,
You would have to do massive dirt moving, excavation. I mean, it'd be a big, to me it looks like not an easy fix at all.
To me, if you didn't want to move the highway, chances are the river in the next 100 years will never get up that high again. Is where the river was, because it widened it out. Dig down 25 feet and build a concrete wall all the way around, backfill the wall, put boulders in front of it, backfill it, pave it, and you're done.
You know, if he just ran the country, he would have everything just tip-top shape.
Well, I mean, I don't know
I mean,
if
I'm
you
serious.
can do that. I'd have to look at the creek. If the creek had, if it settled back to where it was, then just backfill it. Just dig a wall. And
He's got a
next time-
natural engineer's mind, and I told him it's such a waste. He should have been an engineer, because he's just got that natural ability.
Now, if the creek moved, then you could go a different way
Mm-hmm.
there. But I mean, it's just in my mind. I'm thinking, just backfill it.
Orber says 77 was packed Sunday.
Oh man. Over said, "Don't tell me."
Brian says, when traveling 81, drop in the inside lane and you'll be surprised how fast you can get to Tennessee.
We was cruising. I put it on 79 because I think it was 70 in there. And I know North Carolina state troopers will pretty much leave you alone at 9 over. I wasn't sure about Tennessee state troopers, but I took a risk at 9 over. I felt like it'd probably be okay.
You know you done well over 9 over. I kept having to tell him this weekend,
Not.
you're doing 15 over. You're going to get a ticket.
That's when we come up on it jumped from 70 to 55. I hadn't quite slowed down yet.
Well,
But not stretched out.
All I know is I was stressed because I was like, I don't want to be paying more for insurance when you get a ticket
I
for
said it
15
before,
over.
guys, I did not know how to stop a truck until Lino started riding with me.
Right.
That's
I mean,
when I learned how to stop.
I've tried my best to mentor him in his driving skills, but he just don't want to. He don't want to accept the help.
I never seen a tail light on a car in front of me until she started riding with me.
Or you haven't seen stop signs either.
No.
Although in Yanceyville, you pull out at that red light all the time.
No matter do I look both ways.
I know, but it's still a red light.
It cancels out.
Then that's a moving violation.
It cancels out because nobody's coming.
Okay. Well, it's a team driving effort if you can't tell. Bart says, thumbs up, y'all. Helps more folks to watch their channel.
Thank you, Bart.
Thank you, Bart. Yes, thumbs up. Should I do a thumbs up just because I'm reading our comments? I don't know.
You don't.
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Cornbread is on.
Hey, Cornbread.
Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Jones. Albert Bell says, Joey for president.
I don't know about that.
Brian says, once they did investigation on 40, they found the westbound lanes were undermined 6 to 8 foot.
Yeah, and I get that, but again, I feel like put a wall, and that way, if you ever did get some water like that again, it would hit that concrete wall in that curve, because if you look where it's washed out at, it's because it come and hit that curve, and it just pounded that curve to death, and it hit that wall and go that way. And so
I don't know. I don't understand how that works. I'm a woman.
Well,
My mind don't think about that.
And you make it about 18 inches thick, the wall. About that thick. You'll be all right. And like I said, 20 feet deep.
Um,
Put some I-beams in there.
Paul says my rocket worm shirt showed up over the weekend. Guess I know what I'm
Rocket
wearing
worm.
Saturday. Yay! I'm glad you got it, Paul. Joey Neal says, Joey, that would be too simple to do it that way.
Yeah, it probably would, I guess.
Brian says, I drove one time from Mebane to Greensboro on inside lane and made it to 90 and was still getting pushed. Oh yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, I try to ride a speed that's not the slowest, but I certainly don't want to be the fastest either. I try to stay in a groove where I'm not holding up nobody, and well, I will put the chrome horn on somebody, but.
And Brian, that was my work. That's my work area, or was for years, was Mebane to Greensboro.
Yeah.
And that piece of interstate is the worst ever. I mean, just always.
Well, there's a reason for that.
Because of the merge.
Yeah, 40
Yeah,
and
I know.
85 come together.
I
and
know,
40 and
but it's
85
still,
split.
it's awful. There's been so many people who've died there. I personally saw a tractor trailer get over on some red car, like just, it was right in front of me, whole ordeal. They ripped the whole side of the car off. I mean, it's awful. After that, I started taking which Paul will know what I'm talking
70.
about, Elon bypass, yeah, to get to 70 and go in the back way. And it wasn't any more time. I mean, because it was actually a shorter distance, but the same time.
Yeah.
So I was glad to get off that interstate. And one time I made it from my work to Flying J exit. It was 8 minutes, all that way. So I don't know how fast I was going, but again, I was staying with the traffic, and it was 8 minutes it took me to drive all that way. I flew, but I'm glad I'm not doing that anymore.
Guys, that story doesn't mean much to y'all, but if you actually seen her feet on the pedal, it would mean a lot more to you if you could actually see how her foot's on that pedal.
Well, it's kind of like how I'm sitting now. My feet don't touch the floor. I guess I just have short legs. My feet.
She literally stands on the gas.
No, I don't stand like that. I just have to have my foot up.
I know,
have to
but
put
you
my
have
foot up.
nothing supporting your foot but the pedal.
Yeah.
So you're standing on the gas, literally.
And sometimes when I drive real long, and if there's a long time like stop and go, I give my foot a rest by pressing the brake with my left foot.
Well, I mean, that's actually NASCAR driving there.
I mean, it works for me, and it gives my right foot a rest.
NASCAR.
Yeah. Stan says, don't drive like that in Ohio next time. They mean business.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I don't think, with that trailer stand, I wouldn't go in that.
No,
fast.
and he doesn't, he's real good about the trailer or hauling the camper. He don't play with that, because we do know some people who will go 80 hauling a camper or a fifth wheel or something, and it's just not safe. You're putting others in danger.
Tires just ain't made for that.
Yeah, you're putting others in danger, because if they blow out, you're probably going to fishtail your camper if it's a travel trailer. But,
after you tear the inside fender well off.
well, yeah. Well, we know that from experience. Timbo says, team drivers, I got one.
Yeah, and we all have one, yep.
Y'all are lucky if you have a team driver, okay?
I agree.
Quit complaining.
I agree with that.
Cajun Holmes says driving mentor. Never heard of that one. I'm your driving mentor. Sundowner says, yep, just push boulders in the washout, then gravel clay and asphalt it.
Yeah. Well, I was going a little extra step with that wall and then backfill it.
Warhorstead says, curious when we see the picker you plan to use for the deer corn.
What's it, Rogers? It's Rogers' picker. He's had it, golly, a year and a half. We'll hopefully do some work on it this winter, maybe, and get it going.
Maybe next year then?
We could pull it with Rogers Ford or the International. I think we're going to try to pull it with his Ford, though.
Sundara says you can't stop wind and, I guess, rushing water. That's what most people killed.
Yeah.
Cornbread, is there anyone on here that has a fast hitch bottom plow or two gang fast hitch bottom plow for sale? I broke mine yesterday.
Oh, man. I'm sorry,
And Cornbread said, tell your location too, because I don't know if you'd want to travel cross country to get one.
Speaking of that, plows and stuff, it was kind of encouraging for me to hear from Brandon today. Brandon told me, I did not know that he had equipment that he has bought somewhere else too. He's got a piece of property with trailers and trailers equipment on it. He told me today that he will never sell out of the 140 parts he's got in his lifetime. And Brandon's probably 30, less than 30.
He's young.
He's in his high 20s. I don't think he's 30 yet. But which that was encouraging. I was like, well, at least these tractors has got they can hold on for a while. All the parts won't run out.
Yeah.
But that's what he told me. He said that he probably would not sell the parts that he has in his lifetime.
And I'm just proud of him too, being so young and an entrepreneur like that. I mean, he's smart, and he's
going to another sale.
He's a good businessman.
He went to a sale in Kentucky somewhere, a couple of tractor dealerships, and he wound up just renting a tractor trailer truck.
So should Cornbread look into Brandon stuff?
He can. I mean, shipping can be expensive. Just depends on where Cornbread's at, But
Goldsboro. He's in North Carolina.
Oh, he
so
can
you can
drive,
come up here and get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's only, 2 hours away from here? Yeah. So how does he look at Brandon's stuff?
Burch Store Tractor. There's a link to Brandon's place in all my videos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would know that if I watched the videos. And I got a lot going on all the time. Because Joey knows I hardly watch YouTube at all. I do watch one guy who does like TikTok type stuff.
I don't want Lena watching my videos much because then she'll be like, well, if I was you, I wouldn't have said that.
Yeah, I'm like, why do you say that on the video? No, I do watch Uncle Ben, but his videos are like 8 minutes max, and it's usually about animals, so that keeps my attention.
So I need to start doing something for animals out in the field?
I guess so. Sundowner says, LOL, when that cop said, Mrs. Jones, do you know how fast you were going? I'm like, I don't know, how fast? What'd you have? Yeah.
Yeah, you tell me. I'll tell you if you're right.
I was driving too hard to look at the speedometer. I was checking my mirrors and staying with traffic, so.
I just tell them fast enough not to get run over.
Albert Bell says, they are hard to come by, Cornbread. I've been looking for one at a decent price for about 2 years. And Joey Neal says, do you have to cant a one bottom plow for the dead fir like you do for the two bottom plow? Do you know what that means?
Do I have to what?
Do you have to, I think it's a typo.
It probably is, but...
Do you have to something of one bottom plow for the dead fir like you do for a two bottom plow?
Yeah, technically the one bottom has to be adjusted. Yeah, I mean, so the two bottom, if you're looking at the back of the tractor, it'll move over to the right. The one bottom actually, and I didn't believe this till I seen it in print, moves over to the left 1 notch. And you both have to angle them both.
Stan says, on my tractor retrieving adventures, I sure need a team driver. Or maybe I should quit buying tractors.
Yes, Stan needs, it would be helpful if he had him a riding buddy.
Yeah. Kevin Wallace says, I still say North Alabama would be better for everybody for plow day next year, LOL. All interstates and highways are open.
There you go. I don't know, it takes souls down there.
And Paul says, what broke on the plow? I might have some parts, Cornbread. Because I don't know if Cornbread's coming to plow day, though. But he's close enough where y'all could meet up. Cornbread says, I'll bring my team driver. And Warherstead said, I've talked to Brandon a few times. Great to deal with. JP Tractor is excellent, too.
Yeah.
And
they're all good.
Joey Neal said, okay, that's what he was thinking, what you explained to him.
Okay. Yeah, they're all good parts distributors. And I mean, that guy that I got parts from up north, I got a link to him on my webpage. He was so nice to me, and I told him I'd link his stuff. He got a lot of planter parts is what he really deals in, his planter parts.
All right, so it's 8:54, so we'll go over the last thing again, plow day again for the latecomers.
So I'll be up there. I mean, I'm not telling you to show up at 7 o'clock in the morning, but I'll be up there at 7 o'clock in the morning. But you know, if you people, you can show up from 7 on. Doesn't matter to me.
Well, and Allison may not want to get up that early.
Okay. Well, no, it'd be
We'll work
7
it
on.
out with her.
She'll be up.
Yeah.
And you get unloaded and stuff. And I hope to plow maybe around 10, 9:30 to 10, depending on how many folks is there, how many, guys have got there. Start plowing somewhere around 9:30 to 10. And we'll plow to 12, 12:30, and we'll have lunch and hopefully some wonderful tasting hot dogs. Trey, it's up to you to get them right.
We've got our own personal chef that weekend.
And I'm going to get some chilies from Zach's Hot Dogs. So I think that'll make the hot dogs real good too. Chili makes or breaks a hot dog a lot of times. And we'll have some lunch. I'll probably have waters, Coca-Colas. Lino wants to have some Diet Coke, so we'll have a few of them.
And also, we're taking up, if anybody wants to bring any donations for Western North Carolina, we'll be giving them to someone who's taking a trip up there next weekend.
Yeah,
if you want to bring something. You don't have to by no means, but if you feel like you can or want to grab something that, of course, everything is needed up there and they'd appreciate it.
And I was thinking we may plow the right-hand side of that field first because I left the cotton. And by all means, if anybody wants to go out there and pick them a little grocery bag full of cotton, do it. Have all means. You can have your own little cotton there. But pick you some cotton if you'd like. There is a lot in the middle part that did bowl out, and it bowled out without getting wet, and it's actually real easy to pick, and it's pretty neat. I picked a couple of little Ziploc bags full. We'll do that, and we'll just plow till everybody's had their plowing feel, which is generally around 4:30 or 5, and we'll call it a day. Oh, and I'll have my sweet potatoes there. Please, guys, I do not eat that much sweet potatoes.
Yeah, well, you'll need to take some with you.
Yeah, take some sweet potatoes with you. We got some bags.
Well, yeah, we'll have bags there.
Unfortunately, you may have to take a few little ones too, but the little ones cook up good too.
Oh yeah, those are good little personal ones.
A lot of those little ones about 1.5 inches round. If you cook them right, you can just eat them whole, just like a French fry. Put a little butter on them and stuff. Just eat them whole.
I guess so. Timbo says McDonald's had record sales day in fries yesterday. And I actually helped with that. Remember I got fries yesterday at McDonald's?
I think I've said
They're my favorite.
I think I've said this before on the channel. I've always liked McDonald's.
I've always liked their fries. I don't care for anything else on that menu. Everything else tastes kind of funny. But the fries, I'll just get me a large fry, and they have good coffees.
And it hurts my feelings to see you having to order off of a computer and nobody talking to you, and it's just some of, not all of them are like that, but the majority are just so dreary.
Yeah, not yesterday. The girls we had yesterday, they were pretty good. They were.
Oh yeah, they were. Yeah, that little, and again, I think that's part of the franchise owner, how he wants them to do it. But I just think you should throw the machine completely out the window and just have people at the counter and have a little interaction there.
Allison says, I just need coffee. Allison, I got you your whole Keurig to yourself with some coffee ready to go. I got plenty of K-Cups that are going to be in there. I'll take care of you. The W says, I want to come to Plow Day, but we're giving my little girl a birthday party that day. Hope y'all have a good time.
Oh, we will. Thank you, W.
Yeah, and that's definitely more important. So happy birthday to her. I know you'll have a great time with her. Rashawn Seymour is on.
Hey, Rashawn.
Hello, I'm new here. Seymour from Sanford.
Okay.
Seymour, yeah. So he's from Sanford, not too far from us.
Man, I drove through there a bunch. Rashawn going to Rayford.
Allison says, are Pat and Maria coming? The blueberry muffins are coming.
Yes, Pat and Maria are coming.
Yeah.
Last time I talked to Pat, his plan is to do what you're doing, Allison. He's got a new trailer. It was a livestock trailer that was half RV also. And he made it where you could take the livestock portion that segregated the horses or cows, whatever you were hauling. You could take those little fences out, and he could drive a tractor in the back of it. So that's what he's planning on doing. And I'm sure it's a neat rig. If Brother Pat's got
All right,
it,
speaking
it is
of,
a neat rig.
Speaking of very smart men, he can do it up.
He told me about him and the school kids are building
Mm-hmm.
a forklift 140. So basically, it's a 140 or a Super A or a Farmall. I forget what he's using. It's one of them. It's either a Farmall 100, 130 or a Super A or something. Turn it around, seat faces that way, steering wheel's off the back, and you'll drive it with the back tires going this way, and he'll have a little forklift on it.
Yeah, and he's an excellent teacher. He was born to teach.
So it's going to be pretty neat.
Elliot Lindsay says, well, my dumb self got the dates wrong. I still haven't missed it. LOL, is there a good hotel to stay at in Greensboro, or do you think everything will be booked?
No, stay in Mebane. There's 3 motels right off, and you'll know you're at the right exit if there's a Cracker Barrel there. So there's a Cracker Barrel, and there's about 3 hotels around that Cracker Barrel. Joey Neal, Joey on here, he stayed at one of them. I personally never stayed there, but I haven't had to. But I can look at them and tell that they're pretty nice.
Yeah, they are decent.
And they're not over-the-top hotels. They're your average Holiday Inn type express hotels. But like I said, you got a Cracker Barrel there, and what's that barbecue joint? Sanford, or not Sanford?
Smithfield.
Smithfield barbecued there.
What exit is that? The 119 Mebane exit?
It is the 119 Mebane exit. And I guess what I'm trying to say, from that exit, and Joey can tell you this, it's a straight shot to Plow Day, one turn.
And Cornbread says, I will not be able to make it to Plow Day. Got to stay home with my wife due to her surgery tomorrow morning. Well, Cornbread, I'm glad you said that.
Okay.
We'll pray for her tonight too. We'll make sure that we'll pray for her surgery tomorrow, and you can let us know how that goes. Brian says, hey, I'm going to miss Plow Day, but I'll catch you on the next one. Y'all have fun.
That's all right, Brian.
Yeah.
You had a good trip.
Yeah, and Brian, we'll miss you. I mean, he's been with us, several times.
I missed my second chair.
I know, yeah. You get your chair another year. That's what that means.
No, I was hoping to get another
No, he's not going to leave another
one.
one.
He done gave me that one.
Warhorse says, good night all. Stay safe at Plow Day. Craig Cundiff is on. Hi from Michigan. A little late to the party. Hope everyone's safe and well and happy.
That's okay, bro.
Hi, Craig. Sundowner says, I want to make it, but I'm training them crawfishes.
Yeah, he's training them to jump in the pan.
And Rashawn Seymour says, when and where is this event? It is in...
Rashawn, the description of this video, and pretty much any video I've put out in the last 10 videos, have the link, a Google link to the Plow Day, because there's not an address, because it's at a field. So I don't really have an address to give. But it's a Google link. You click it, it'll take you right to it, and I hope to see you there.
Yeah, and we will have a sign out there, like you'll know where to turn in.
Yeah, there'll be a big sign that say Jtwes Plow Day.
Yeah, and Janice says good night.
Good night, Janice.
And Joey Neal says, yes, the one we stayed at was nice. Fairfield Inn.
Fairfield Inn, okay.
And he said that was nice. And they all looked nice. They look like the ones we stayed at on our trips this summer. And I mean, I can't complain about them.
Like I said, it's just a perfect shot to Plow Day. I mean, from that hotel, you're about
20 minutes.
17, 18
minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I timed myself how long it took me to get to the Mebane Starbucks, and it was 18 minutes.
Yeah, so you'd be good to go.
Larry Terrell's on.
Hey, Larry.
A little late. Hi from Reedsville.
Hey, Larry. I thought about going to Reedsville tonight, but we seen our Dr. Kid.
Yeah. Phil Kidd was preaching there.
I think he's there 3 nights this week.
Okay. But I think we can call it a night now. Sorry, guys who just got on. I'm sorry. We've been on for an hour, so if you want to restart it, we're talking about Plow Day.
And fixing Interstate.
And Larry, you're in Reedsville. It's not too far, because if you don't have to bring a tractor to come to Plow Day. And everybody can't bring a tractor.
Let me say that. I do get a lot of emails on that. A lot of folks will email me, guys, behind the scenes that y'all don't see. And you guys are faithful watching the channel, watch it a lot. See, you know this. I'm preaching to the choir. But I get a lot of emails that say, I wish I could come, but I don't have a tractor. And I tell them in the email, listen, Plow Day is not really for the tractors, is it much for just anybody who wants to come and hang out and say hi, watch a few. Of course we want tractors, but my point is saying you don't have to have a tractor to come. If everybody that came brought a tractor, we'd have the field plowed in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So, plow day's more about the tractors and watching some tractors and then just socializing with other people. And so, yes, if you don't have a tractor, that's fine. Come on anyway.
And Sundowner, he says, hey, Janice makes the hat right. No, it's Allison. And we have a link to her, to the merch bin store.
There's a link. Every video, guys, there's a little bit of wording at the bottom of it, and you'll see a thing that says more info. And when you hit that more info, it drops down a bar, and there's a link to merch. There's a link to Brandon, Duffield equipment, the Avipel for the corn, where you can get that corn coating for the seed. There's a link to pretty much anything we deal with on a day-to-day basis on the channel. Stuff that we have dealt with, stuff we have done. Now, after Plow Day, the Plow Day link will go away, but the rest of them stay there year-round.
And Joey says, sorry you can't make it, but maybe someday I can. You all have fun,
Well,
enjoy
Joey
them.
did make it.
He did,
he
yeah.
technically made it.
At least we got to see him and visit with him for a
Yeah.
little while, because just the dates didn't line up
Yeah,
because of the
well,
storm.
He lined it up and he
Yeah.
made his appointments, and so I'm glad.
We just got some little one-on-one time with Joey and Martha, so it was fun.
I'm glad he got to make it and see the Outer Banks. I'm proud of our Outer Banks.
Larry Terrell says John Deere B and Bobcat Compact. So if that's what Larry wants to bring, you go right ahead.
Sounds good to me, Larry.
They don't have to be red. They don't have to be Farmall. Whatever tractor you want to bring, because every year we've had international tractors,
Yeah.
and we welcome them all.
Only thing I've ever said, and Nelson may be off of here now.
Oh yeah.
But Nelson said, he asked me, he said, hey, Joel, you care if I bring that 1066? I said, well, you can bring it, Nelson, but we may have to find you another field. Because he's got one, I want to say, he's got a great video of him putting together the John Deere plow for it. It's an on-land plow, and I want to say it's 5 or 6 bottoms.
Yeah, we don't want one tractor like getting the whole field
But
in
yeah,
one run.
But the more I thought about it, though, it would be neat to see his tractor. But we just have to. There's a field right next to Plow Day field, and it's not been cut or bush hogged. But he's got a high clearance plow anyway, so he can plow it. But
and Larry was saying he's not bringing those. He's just saying what he's got.
Oh,
so,
okay, Larry.
Yeah. And that's fine. But we welcome anyone who comes, we have people who come who are just our friends and they have no clue about tractors. Will is bringing some workmates who are here in town for the week, or for a while actually, from Indiana. They're going to come. So don't think just because you don't have a tractor, you'll be kind of out of your comfort zone. You won't. We'll have plenty of people there who have never even drove one in their life. So
Yeah.
like me, I've never drove one. So.
And if y'all like, guys, we can break out a book and talk about, before we get going, maybe about if there's a bunch of people here at say 9:15 or so, we can talk about adjusting the plows and stuff, or have a little quick course on that. But most of you guys know how to adjust your plow. I don't really need to tell you that.
Sundowner says, is it in the merch store? I need to have hats made. So if he wants hats made like for something else, he needs to contact Allison.
Well, he can do it through my link.
Okay, send her a message through your link. Yeah, so just go on there.
If you still go to my page, there's a contact on there, and you can contact her through my page.
Cornbread, this is going to end our night. What did the farmer say when he lost his tractor?
What did the farmer say when he lost his tractor? Depends on what type tractor it was. If it's John Deere, you said, oh, well. No, I'm just playing.
He said, where's my tractor?
Oh,
it's not fun. I mean, it's just saying, where's my tractor? You're expecting it to be like a...
Cornbread he's been watching Pete too much.
Okay. All right, Joey Neal says that would make a great video to show that on adjusting the plows.
I do got one. I got one on the 2-bottom plow, Joey. It's about 1.5 years, maybe 2 years old.
So just search for that probably.
Yeah, if he looks back through the videos, I want to say I put it in a playlist of plowing. I think I put it in a playlist of plowing.
All right. Well, I think we will call it a night, everyone.
Okay.
Thank
well,
you
I'll
all
let
for
you shut it off.
being so chatty tonight. It's fun
Ali.
when everybody gets on the live.
I guess he's mad at me. He didn't get up on here just for me.
I say he's just lazy, not mad.
Yeah, it could be. God bless y'all. God loves you. We'll see you Saturday for the guys that's coming. Have a good week.